Something that I'm starting to realize when it comes to the Assassin Isekai, it's definitely going to be a love it or hate it show. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who just be like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's either like you quite enjoy it or you quite dislike it. Especially after last episode, you know my opinions, I enjoyed it, but I did see a lot of pushback, and that's okay. But I think what it boils down to is that whether it's this current episode or any of them, the show is very snappy. They probably are cutting out a lot of fluff from the source material, but for me, that's actually a good thing. I've seen so many of these shows, and yeah, to be honest, probably if we were adapting it, the whole sister storyline and stuff probably should have been done in a couple more episodes. But what would we have really gained by doing that? It would have been the same stuff we always see. I much prefer the kind of snappiness to it. Like, do I want every show to be like this? No. But as someone who's seen so many of these types of shows, the fact that things are happening way quicker is kind of subverting my expectations and letting me appreciate all the new stuff that comes. Like I said, either I love it or hate it. But I do understand why some people don't love it. But I don't know, for me, after seeing so many of these shows, it's kind of refreshing having be a little fast paced. Yeah, f them humans. Let's go be friends with the Demon Lord. I can respect that. Well, Lord Graham can go eat a dick, because we're gonna oh, we didn't even kill him. I suppose that works. I mean, if we killed him, we probably wouldn't get information, right? True. I mean, even if he's currently, like, one-tapping everyone, doesn't mean he can do that against the people who wronged him. I'm ignoring you and reading this very fascinating book. This girl seriously is like, we're on a cruise together, we're vacationing. Anyway, can I talk about your dad? This boy likes her dad more than her. Oh no. Man, everyone keeps trying to kidnap our elven beauty. I mean, shit, like, I get it. I guess elves are, like, the #1, like, probably slave trade in this world. But still, holy hell. Yo! That cat, #1 wingman. I ain't gonna come back until the beds stop a-rockin'. Respect. Yo, he's trying to fake it. He's like, I ain't ready to lose it yet. The V-card stays intact. He's a pretty straight shooter, and I also appreciate that our MC's not arrogant enough to be like, how dare you? He's like, nah, he's right. I am a newbie. Probably can't make use of what he gives me. Oh, so essentially this was supposed to just be a fearful attack, but just the instincts took over and you slaughtered everyone anyway. Oh, shoot. See, that's unfortunate, because if it wasn't for the destruction, none of this would have happened. But in terms of the actual cause of this man's sister dying, it's a rich bastard fleeing and obliterating people. Oh, he's basically launching tentacles on everyone and pulling them in like he's Reki Kawahara. While this show is certainly proving to not be for everyone, I am still having an absolute blast. One of my favorite visually looking shows of the season, and yeah, I just really like the characters and the story beats. Fast paced, won't deny that. But after you see enough of these isekai, I don't know, for me, I'm the type of person that often I can see how so many of these little plot points would have been 2 or 3 episodes longer in any other show. And while they probably would have been mindlessly enjoyable, I much prefer getting to stuff that you don't see adapted. Because usually with these types of shows, right, you get isekai, couple seasons. It happens a lot anymore. But even then, you only get a few story arcs within those couple seasons. And it's like, it all kind of starts, there is a familiar taste. Even though isekai I don't think is as copy and paste as so many like to make it out to be, it still is relatively the same dish. Where this show, I don't know, man, like we're building into this whole Demon Lord storyline where the Demon Lord might want to be friends with us, but everyone he's friends with is kind of a dick. Lives up to the name, mind you. The person who was involved in the whole sister bullshit with giving the bad Pokeball now is jumping us here, sparing Elven Girl, but, you know, causing a ruckus. And then you get it tied in with our best boy Cat, who, you know, 100 years ago caused Armageddon. To be fair, just tried to do Hyper Beam in the sky to give everyone a little fright. Instincts took over and kind of went on a rampage. And like, I do feel like you can criticize some of the logic of this show. Like, hey, did the sister stuff get off relatively easy? Sure, but given elven culture and stuff I know of other media, on top of the fact that I've seen families in the South try to kill each other and go on with their day within 5 minutes like nothing happened, I don't know, man. I can get over the fact that an elven family kind of got over all that as easy as they did given circumstances. But then when you get into something like this episode, I think it's way more justifiable because, like, the person we're interacting with who's saying, hey, you're a demonic cat and a murderer, yeah, but I personally don't hold a grudge. Like, hey, this was not only, like, a long time ago, on top of the fact that, like, you aren't directly responsible for my issues. Like, yes, If it wasn't for your bullshit, there wouldn't have been the cleanup, and there wouldn't have been the fleeing, but at the end of the day, the person I feel like who wronged me is this douchebag noble who launched Hyper Beam on a crowd of people and disintegrated everyone. I don't know, I like the logic of what they're doing. And it's so fun because, like, there is a lot about this show that if you try to tell me, oh, this is just generic fantasy stuff. Oh, you got the hot elven babe who's trying to, slip her number in. In this case, we don't need to exchange digits. We just need to exchange saliva. Sure, but it's adorable. I'm sorry to say, it's just adorable. The fact that I think what tied it together was the fact that the wingman moment. The cat's like, hey, you two youngins, enjoy your time. I'll be back in the morning. Wink, wink. And hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. She said, I want to sleep in the same bed. And then he pretended to be asleep, and she said, well, I'll take that as an invitation to sleep in the same bed. Hey, at least she didn't, like, sexually assault him in his sleep. It's better than what you can say with some of the characters this season. He was looking at you, Hero Without a Class. But overall, the dynamics are fun. The action is spectacular. I think they are cooking massively with effects and the like. And even the little moments, I think my favorite thing about the show as a whole is honestly the MC and his reactions to situations. Whether it's the very beginning, where he's like, my stats are a little more impressive than everyone else's. I'm gonna just slip in the shadows because this could not work out well for me. Or this episode, hey, bro, can you make me a great sword, repair my sword? I hear you're a great blacksmith, can you hook me up? Honestly, bro, you are inexperienced. You wouldn't be able to wield one of my swords properly. And he's like, yeah, you're probably right. Dude is not so arrogant that he can't admit that he's inexperienced, because he is. Is he powerful? Yes, he even admits that, hey, you probably are powerful, but yeah, you probably also haven't had to, work hard for your victories. You just have been going up against people that you're outmatched, or you outmatch them. And this will be an interesting case, because I think he will struggle more than he has up to this point. And I mean, I love the little details too. When he's rushing to try to save her, he's already exhausted. And some people would say, oh, he's the overpowered Isekai MC. He should be able to jump around, do these things. But no, like a human body, a quick sprint, even if you're in great shape, can make you like, whew, I'm a little winded. So him with his armor and his swords and everything, and the fact that he actually feels winded and wounded, well, not really wounded, but like you get my point, right? I don't know. I like those little details. I think there's a lot you can dumb down about this show and say it's surface level, cringy bullshit. But it's the type of bullshit that's entertaining to me. And then, yeah, like, yes, the snappiness is there, but I don't feel like I'm losing out. I don't personally feel like I needed an extra episode or two with that family storyline. I was good with what they delivered, and it's not like I'm happy to get it out of the way, but it just feels like there's more interesting stuff I'd rather spend time with, and it definitely relates to the current growing bond between these two, on top of the whole what's going to happen with the demon stuff, on top of the fact that the other heroes want to kill the demon lord. Are we going to get to be friends with them, so then by the time they do reach the demon lord, they're like, Akira, we trusted you to begin with, but this is a bad look. I don't know, those types of plot points are more interesting, and anime, because a lot of shows don't get full adaptations, don't get to these really interesting plot points, so I'd much rather get the smaller stuff out of the way. That's just me, shoot me. But you can let me know what you thought down below. I personally love this episode, most enjoyable episode for me, but hey, this is either a love it or hate it, and I think with how snappy everything is, you're not going to find a lot of neutral middle ground opinions of this show, and I get it, but for me, I'm loving it. I still think it's a really good show, but your thoughts, drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patreon so you can catch those full live reactions to all this and more, and hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my wonderful patrons. Alright, so today we got Chris, Cody Tiffany, N-Duck, Catherine Halverson, Blazerox, New Richard, Furious the Hip Hop, and we also have Deezer. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You all have a good one.